The Rock is one of WWE's most popular wrestlers, but there are some embarrassing and humorous incidents in his WWE career that you may have never heard of. In today's video, we'll discuss 5 such funny and awkward moments that happened to Hollywood superstar The Rock in WWE. So, let's get started with the video. Number 5. The Rock's attack on Triple H in WWE. At one point, before Triple H married Stephanie McMahon, the two had a romantic relationship in WWE. However, during this time, while Triple H was dating Stephanie McMahon, he was secretly also seeing Trish Stratus. In a memorable episode of Monday Night Raw, a match between Trish Stratus and Lita was confirmed. During this match, The Rock made a dramatic appearance and began attacking Trish Stratus. Afterward, Lita pinned Trish Stratus to win the match. Upon witnessing this, Triple H could no longer control his emotions. He stormed into the ring and attempted to attack The Rock. However, while Triple H was distracted with Trish Stratus, The Rock snuck up from behind and hit Triple H with a steel chair. This unexpected attack sent Triple H crashing down into a chaotic position on top of Trish Stratus. This moment became one of the most iconic attacks in The Rock's career. Number 4. The intense attack by Stone Cold Steve Austin. One of the most thrilling rivalries in WWE history was between The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. At one point, The Rock had stolen the championship from Steve Austin and was trying to make his escape. With the title in hand, The Rock attempted to sabotage Austin by wrapping the championship in a fishing net and trying to drown it in the water. This moment was filled with tension and drama, as The Rock was determined to taunt and humiliate Austin in front of the WWE Universe. However, things took a turn when Stone Cold Steve Austin appeared at the scene. He was furious and tried to attack The Rock, but The Rock quickly turned the tables. In a shocking and ruthless move, The Rock completely humiliated Stone Cold, overpowering him in the process. The Rock executed a brutal attack and, in a stunning display of dominance, threw Stone Cold into the water. This intense moment is remembered as one of the most chaotic and impactful incidents in their rivalry, showcasing the raw animosity between the two legends. The feud between The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin would go down as one of WWE's greatest rivalries, and this shocking attack further cemented their legendary status in the company. Number 3. The Rock vs. Milligan, the controversial match. The Rock faced off against Milligan in several intense matches, but their final showdown took place at SummerSlam. This match was unique, with an unusual stipulation that added even more drama to their rivalry. The stipulation was simple. The winner of the match would survive, while the loser would face humiliation by being forced to kiss the backside of Milligan's female associate. As the match unfolded, it became clear that both wrestlers were determined to win, as they fought with everything they had. However, things took a bizarre turn during the course of the contest. Milligan's female associate entered the ring, standing provocatively in front of the two competitors. The Rock, noticing her, decided to use the opportunity to humiliate Milligan even further. In a moment that shocked the audience, The Rock took Milligan's associate and forcefully pushed her backside against Milligan, mocking him in the process. The scene was both awkward and embarrassing, leaving the WWE Universe in a state of disbelief. This move was seen by many as a low point in their heated rivalry, as it crossed a line from competitive to comedic. While this moment was certainly memorable, it also stood as one of the more controversial incidents in WWE history, showcasing the unpredictable and sometimes ridiculous nature of wrestling entertainment. Despite the awkwardness, it was a defining moment in The Rock's career, adding to his reputation for both his in-ring prowess and his ability to entertain the audience with his larger-than-life personality. Number 2. The Undertaker vs. The Rock. The humiliating moment. The Rock and The Undertaker have faced off numerous times in WWE, delivering impressive performances each time. However, one of their most memorable encounters featured a moment that many fans found both surprising and somewhat embarrassing. During the match, The Undertaker had been knocked down and was lying on the canvas. The Rock, seizing the opportunity to attack, prepared to deliver an elbow drop to his opponent. Just as The Rock was about to make his move, The Undertaker surprised everyone by sitting up, instantly taking on his signature dead man persona. This move is usually enough to instill fear in any wrestler, and many have been intimidated by it in the past. However, The Rock, showing no fear, decided to counter this iconic moment in an unexpected and humorous way. Instead of backing off, The Rock, with great confidence, kicked The Undertaker and then proceeded to drop the elbow on him right after. This action, which many thought would be countered with a powerful attack from The Undertaker, turned into a moment of unexpected humiliation for the dead man. The Rock had not only dismissed The Undertaker's intimidating sit-up, but also managed to perform his own signature move, leaving The Undertaker flat on the mat. This bizarre and somewhat comical incident was a rare moment of vulnerability for The Undertaker, who is usually known for his dominant presence in the ring. The Rock's confident counterattack and quick thinking left a lasting impression, making it one of the most talked about moments in their rivalry. The scene was both humorous and awkward, creating a memorable, if slightly embarrassing, chapter in the history of WWE. Number 1. The Kiss My Ass incident in WWE. One of the most embarrassing and comical stipulations in WWE history was the infamous Kiss My Ass match, where wrestlers would force their opponents to kiss their backside as a form of humiliation. This stipulation was often used for comedic effect and has been seen multiple times in WWE. One of the most notable instances involved Vince McMahon and The Rock. In a memorable segment, The Rock offered his backside to Vince McMahon as part of the stipulation. Vince, clearly amused, was ready to carry out the humiliation. However, just before Vince could act on it, Trish Stratus entered the scene. Vince became excited by Trish's presence, particularly her appearance, and began to move toward her instead. At that moment, The Rock stepped in to stop Vince McMahon from continuing with his plan. He intervened, preventing Vince from going any further, and quickly escorted Trish away from the situation. But the story didn't end there. Rikishi, another WWE legend, made a dramatic entrance. Known for his imposing presence and signature move, Rikishi took things to the next level. He forced Vince McMahon's face right into his backside in a completely humiliating and hilarious display. Made a dramatic entrance. Known for his imposing presence and signature move, Rikishi took things to the next level. He forced Vince McMahon's face right into his backside in a completely humiliating and hilarious display. This moment became one of the most talked about and absurd occurrences in WWE history. The Rock, Vince McMahon, and Rikishi created a spectacle that was both cringeworthy and entertaining. This Kiss My Ass segment remains a memorable and embarrassing chapter in WWE's comedic legacy.
If you love your father, then subscribe the channel, and those who love me show your love by liking and subscribing.